There we go. It's recording now.
Now we got the block up and beside it.
Yeah, we're good to go. Hey, welcome everybody again to our late garage pod.
Yeah, they've been few and far between this year. I think we've had one, and it was like
We had one.
garage pod in the dark,
Yeah.
garage pod after dark.
Now we're garage pod outside.
It's pool pod.
It's pool pod because there's a pool behind us. You can't see it, but there is a pool.
It's cousin Kelly and George's pool pod.
Absolutely, having a good time here. Again, brought to you by Jägermeister,
Sex Panther.
Sex Panther.
Don't get our copyright infringement there.
Exactly. So we've been a little late getting these up, and just bear with us here.
Yeah, because there was no prep. We just decided, ready, set, go. About to walk into the Pats game tonight. Actually, you and I are playing each other today.
Yes.
And on paper, I was supposed to dominate you walking. This afternoon.
I think I was slated to score under 100 points, and you were like 154 or something like that. Yeah.
It's not exactly working out that way.
No, it's not.
So I made the executive decision late last night, which is never a good thing.
No.
To
Usually Jaeger and Fute.
to put in Kendall Tompkins over Reggie Wayne. Reggie Wayne didn't perform that well last week for me, so and he put up 24 on my bench. Looks good there.
Looks good on your bench.
Yeah, looks good on my bench. Along with my backup quarterback that dropped 32 on the Cowboys today. Who I tried trading off to George, by the way. Should have taken him. And you stuck with Eli, who's got 9, I think he put up for him.
Something like that, yeah.
So currently we're sitting at, let's see, we don't really do a whole lot of homework on this, but we've got Road Rash in first place. I put a little note on there that briefly had basically a lot of the family fights going on this weekend. We had John and Mike.
Yep.
We had Bernie and Kelly, or Bernie and George, or Bernie, Kelly, and George.
Some combination of all three of those.
Yeah. We had, what was the other, there was another matchup too. Oh, and Clinton Trudy.
Clinton Trudy, yeah.
Who, up to last week, Trudy was the only undefeated team, and he was the only winless team. But I think they both squeaked out once. They brought them a little bit closer. And it's been just, today, across the board, looking at going into Game 3, we're looking at basically just a knockout heavyweight, other than our game right now. We've got Road Rash 130 currently over John's 103, with Barflies still 2 yet to play. Glad you're at home, feeling better. We'll talk soon, by the way. We got Trudy and Clint going at it, only separated by 5 points at 140 to 135. It's something funny with the defense. As minimal points as everyone's been getting for them, I really thought that was going to come into play as far as like these blow up numbers and stuff like that. And we only made a couple adjustments to their basic scoring, and people are crushing some numbers. Everyone's got some pretty solid teams.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's see, in that Clinton Trudy Between the Sheets House Fest, you've got Clint's still got a player left to play. Trudy's done. Clint's down by 5. So, that could go either way. I'm rooting for you. I need her to be knocked down a peg because she's right behind me. I squeaked into first after my loss week 1, after a very slim win over Erica last week. But I'm going to need some help today.
And some controversial trades week 2, so.
Really? Or are we going to go down that road again?
Well, we just need to mention it, so.
I'm pretty sure that all the players that actually everyone has from me, I'm actually probably the best players on their team. Just saying.
I don't think so.
Really? What did Mike Wallace do for you after I gave him to you?
Well, he's not the best player on my team.
I think he blew up last week.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
On my bench.
And I think when Noshan and Finley went to they were the top 2 scorers on his team.
Yeah.
Now, what happens after I get him onto someone else's team? If they can't coach him, that's not my responsibility.
Exactly. Subsequently, I've got Wallace going tomorrow night, so hopefully he'll come through and crush you.
So, yes, that would be rather unfortunate if I had...
Poetic justice.
Yes, if I went down to my demise was at my own hand.
Only fitting.
Which Gronk still can't even start today.
Yeah, still out.
What else we got? We got Trudy. Oh, Trudy. We have Christine, who is basically lighting it up today. And Devin came from behind, which I'll also take some partial credit on this one because I talked him into Antonio Gates' pick way late. I've had him for a couple of years, but he has been, injury prone the last couple of years. It's been a nightmare to deal with. He always had to do, tight end by committee. Always had to have a backup. But he's been killing it for him this season. Put up 32 points on the Cowboys today. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, after watching that game today, I think anybody could have put up 32 points on him.
I actually got a text from our once longtime player, recently departed Gordo, and actually texted me and said, "Was that just Antonio Gates? Is this 2009? What happened?" But yeah, so he came back, squeaked ahead. He's a 117-106, and he's still got Aaron Snelling, who I traded to him, left to play tonight. I actually got 2 players left to play tonight, so he should. I mean, that game's already done, but he should add some frosting on the cake. Bernie's getting beat up by Kelly and George, even though he didn't take my trade. But that came down to, which was ironic too, because it's funny because I'm going to go here to the box scores, but there was.
Did she start Aaron Rodgers on a bye week?
No, she had Jake Locker,
okay.
But he put up 24 points for it.
Okay.
Chris Johnson, Chris Johnson.
Just nobody showed up.
5 points.
Yeah.
VJack put up 4. She still got Brandon Myers, I guess, left to play. Oh no, Brandon Myers did squadoosh. I don't even know if he even played because that game is done.
Sebastian Janikowski.
Oh, she's got Pat's defense and Pat's kicker still left.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to bring her back from the dead though.
No.
But what I was noticing is, this is funny stat. You got Eli Manning only puts up 9 points. Victor Cruz, his wide receiver, 35.
Well, it doesn't help.
Who's throwing to Victor Cruz that he gets 35 points and their quarterback?
It doesn't help when you cough up the rock 2 times. So.
I know. I still don't get that stat. 164 yards and a touchdown. I mean, short of the running back throwing in the ball, I mean that's to me that's like the oddest stat on there. That you literally have 9 points from a quarterback that gave a wide receiver on his own team 35.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we got. We got a Pats and Atlanta tonight.
Yep.
Which there's a lot of players left to play. Obviously, between your and mine game, Devin's got some players. Erica's trying to squeak out a win over Brandon.
And tomorrow night we've got New Orleans and Miami, which should be a good matchup too.
You know what? So. And the thing is, at the initial onset of the season, I would have chalked that game up to
New Orleans just stomping Miami.
Yeah.
But Ryan Tannehill he's for real.
Squeaking out some wins.
Yeah, and they're putting up some good points. They're playing solid.
They beat Atlanta last week.
Exactly.
They beat Atlanta, and I'm worried about my Pats going down to them. And I don't think. I mean, I'm obviously rooting for them, but I don't think. I mean, we're getting points. As far as like the Vegas line, we're getting points.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if that tells you anything. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know they're playing well. I know they've put a bunch of things in place this year. I just still don't see them this dominating force. But like I said, they played a good team. Now, I think that was also in part a lot of Atlanta's fault in that game, too, that actually played into that win. What was I going to say?
Go real quick because we're up against the game kicking off here.
Rock on. We got Naughty Gnomes, and as far as Slugfest we were talking about, you got Naughty Gnomes and returning Super Bowl champs. And
Chumpalumpa.
And Chumpalumpa and Two Pump Chumpalumpa.
Yeah.
Surprised I got that out. 115, 118. Two Pumps only down by 2. Their quarterbacks are going to be playing against each other. Erica's now and his on Monday night. I'm expecting a lot more points out of his quarterback than hers, but she's still got some other players to play, so see who shows up.
Absolutely.
May even check you guys out at halftime.
Exactly.
Halftime update. But from the pool pod and
Pool
Kevin
pod,
and I,
little quick recap for you, and we'll be back hopefully at halftime.
There's a screen there somewhere.
There it is.